I don't know what it is about today, but I'm having a very kind of mindful day. I'm being very present, and there's a lot of thoughts. I'm deep in thought all day. So let me talk about this now, guys. I want to discuss getting rid of or firing bad clients from your life. No, I don't mean by bad as in they're bad people. I mean that clients that are trying to dictate the pace of your day. Just say, for instance, now, if you're a fast-paced gardener like me, and what I mean by fast-paced is that every single hour in my day is accounted for. So, like, I only get a 20-minute break every day, and take 20 minutes to a half an hour, especially when I'm working on my own at the moment. And, you know, every hour is accounted for. So, like, my time for travel to a job, the time on the job, because, you know, I don't want any client dictating that time. And I recently had a client. Now and this is the point of the video here, is about gaining emotional attachments to your clients. And I recently had a client, and she would have been an older client, and I kind of had an emotional attachment to her because, you know, she was there from day one, but she was very slow paced with her life. And there was little simple things like she was forgetting to leave the gate open. And when I was more in a kind of a slow-paced, when I had a more slow-paced business and I was earlier in business, I used to allow for this because I was trying to build clients. But, you know, she'd go off to the school, she'd leave the gate closed, and then I'd wait for her, you know. But now I don't have time for that. And again, when I was there with her then, she was being my friend, and by being my friend then, she was taking advantage of me. She was trying to, you know, add work on without paying for it. And again, she was a poor paying client, one of the worst paying clients I had. So I had to get rid of her. And guys, there's a phrase out there now as well, it's not who you hire, it's who you fire. And I mean by that in all walks in your life. You know, it could be a relationship, it could be someone that works for you. You know, you could have an emotional attachment. You know, I've trained a few guys through the years, and you know, you just gotta let them go. And, you know, even family members, whatever, if you have an emotional attachment to them and they're draining your life, they're energy vampires, you know, it's time for these people to go, you know, because you have to set the pace of your day. You know, you crack your own whip, especially when you're running your own gig. Nobody cares about you, not even your clients care about you. You might think they care about you, but they don't care about you, they just want the job done. So again, as I was saying, just be professional when you land on the property. Don't be getting too emotionally attached. Don't be telling them much of your business. Be professional. You know, don't be telling them what's going on in your life. You know, chit chat, have small light talk, and then just move on. Be very professional, because again, if you become too emotionally attached to them and they become too friendly with you, they can overstep the mark. They can be asking you to do extra work, which is outside the agreed work that you already agreed on. So that's, you have to be very careful. And again, when you're quoting work, make sure that, like, when you're quoting the work, what you say you do, and, you know, don't make any false promises in terms of, you know, promising that you're going to do something and that you can't fulfill. Make sure that you explain to the client. Like, clients know, especially clients that ring me, they would ask me to power wash, and I'd say I can't power wash, I don't have time for power washing, and I don't power wash anymore. I just garden. I'm a gardener. I'll do the garden. I'll give you a number of a guy that's a power washer, or you can look on Google or whatever. But that's very, very important. So again, don't be letting anyone take emotional advantage of you, especially when you're working on a job. And, you know, just be very careful with that. And again, it's not who you hire. You know as well, what I've been thinking about there now a lot recently, since I've built up an influx of clients all over Cork City, is that I don't let anyone rush me anymore. I remember now in my earlier days of business, I'd let customers and clients rush me, you know. They'd rush me, they'd try to dictate the pace of my day. And it was only last year, I was thinking about it. I was sitting down, I was having my breakfast, and I couldn't have a cup of tea with my breakfast because it was delayed. Well, I wasn't really delayed. I was delayed to the time that I set with the client. And I started saying to myself, why am I letting this client dictate my life, dictate the pace of my day, rush me, you know? So I don't want you guys getting rushed. And that's very important as well. Being self-employed, you set the pace of your day. You don't let no one rush into an idea, rush into a price, rush into a job. Don't ever let your mouth overload your back, in terms of you only can get done what you can get done, and be clear and concise with the client. And that's very, very important. that you get these points across when you're doing the deal with the client, when you're landing the quotation, and again when you're on the job. If the client is coming out a lot, which I have now had with elderly clients and other clients as well, and I had to get rid of those clients because they'd be coming out, they'd be adding on work, you know. So these are all little things you need to be very careful of now. Don't be too obliging, just be professional, keep your head down and work away, and don't become too friendly with your clients, because becoming too friendly with your clients, they'll take advantage of you. So just keep them at arm's length, do the work correctly, see if everything's okay at the finish of the job, and then just get paid and walk away. So that's a key point. So guys, I hope you liked the video. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Thanks very much for watching now.